Hey, VV Nation, Glenn Tompkins here, senior instructor here on our YouTube channel. And I got a video for you may like or you may not like, but that's okay. Oil prices are about to explode, and I'm going to lay out and show you what I've got planned in regards to that story. First of all, if you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and you'll be alerted with new videos like this. Hit the like button and share the content. Now, the question comes up is, man, I've been in some oil stocks and man, I've been stopped out. I have too, but there's a lot of things that make sense on paper that should push oil prices higher, especially as we get into the cold season. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oil prices about to explode. For those of you who have been in oil, it's been a tough play. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I've been a part of that as well. But right now, I think it's about to explode, and let me explain to you why. What's affecting oil prices? Well, the cold season. Well, that's cyclical. People need to heat their homes. It's going to cost more money because, anyway, blah, 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 blah. But it is cyclical. China reopening, getting off of that zero COVID policy. Why is that important? Because they are the largest importer of oil. Now, don't get me wrong. It's going to take some time before they start to really open up and get the demand for oil. But that's going to play a big role. Russia, though, is capping on their oil. They're decreasing supply. It's all about supply and demand, right? OPEC decreasing supply as well. As we take more supply out and the demand either stays the same or rises, it's going to cause the price of oil to go up. Do you know that the U.S. sold 180 million barrels of its strategic reserves? Guess what? They're going to have to replace it, right? And I think the idea is that they want to replace it at lower prices. That's why they put it out there to bring oil prices down. I think they did it artificially. Just my opinion, but they've done that. They're going to have to buy it back, and they're looking to buy it back at a lower dollar so that they can put that money back in. But guess what? As they buy back, that's going to increase the demand as well to replace those barrels that they sold. Higher oil prices, this administration wants higher oil prices. Why? To move to cleaner energy. It is the way that it is, whether you agree with me or not, it's up to you. All I'm saying is that is the goal. And you know, I saw a story and talked about it. They're trying to get off of fossil fuels in 3 years. I don't foresee that happening at all. I think that's a little bit way too aggressive. Heavy institutional ownership. Now, let me talk to you about that real quick. A couple of the stocks that I've gotten into, I'm looking at the ownership of these companies by the hedge funds. And guess what? It's starting to increase all the way around the board. Do they know something that we don't know? How about this, though? Special note. Warren Buffett is heavy into Occidental Petroleum. You know that a lot of people like what he does for the long term. He's a long-term investor. So that plays a role in it as well. All right, let's stay here and go into the software. Let's go look at the sector. So I'm in the sector viewer. Out of 41 sectors, petroleum right now is number 16. So it's in the top tier. That's a good thing. Let's right-click on it. Let's go view the sector graph, see what it looks like, put it on a 3-month graph. It's a big mover today, higher than the open. You know what I like about this from a technical standpoint? 1, the 3 is about to cross above the 8 after it broke down and settled in at a level of support. 2, RT just went above 1. 3, technical analysis, stochastics is just at oversold levels and could be rising. So now I like the setup right here, but now what stocks would I think about getting into? Well, I'm glad you asked that because I've got a watch list for you specifically for that, and here it is. Here's my 5 stocks for you. Now, guess what? There's a lot of stocks out there that you could take a look at. And I'm sure that when you respond to this video, you're going to say, well, what about this stock? What about this stock? What about this? You know something? There's nothing wrong with those stocks. But I picked these stocks for a specific reason. 1, the majority of them are undervalued. Remember, we want you in safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price in a rising market. Halliburton, clearly undervalued. Cheniere, clearly undervalued. San Juan Basin comes back on my list, undervalued. ExxonMobil, undervalued. And Diamondback or FANG, undervalued. So that's good. All of these stocks have relative values above 1, so they've got good upside potential. Just 3 out of the 5 have relative safeties above 1. RTs, 1, 2, 3 out of the 5 are in uptrends. The other two are really close to being in uptrends. They've got a great combination of value, safety, and timing. Let's go look at some other information. They all pay a dividend, and the yield, safety, growth on the dividends, 4 out of the 5 have values above 1 on our scaling between 0 and 2. So I like these from the perspective of the sector getting ready to move higher. As I look at these stocks, and let's do that real quick, as I look at these stocks, put them on a 3-month graph, Halliburton bounced off support. Look at the 3 and 8 on end of day. Look at the stock getting ready to get out of oversold territory. Look at Cheniere bouncing off support. Watch the 3 and 8. I'll wait a little bit more on LNG, but I like that it's at the level of getting out of oversold territory. San Juan Basin, nice upward move on it, right at the level of resistance, sitting at 1184, and already out of the level of being oversold, but I like the 3.8 is crossed. Let's get to the next one, which is ExxonMobil, coming off a level of support. Look at the 3.8 about to cross, right at a level of resistance of 107.79, at the level of being oversold and coming out of it, and FANG bouncing off a level of support, 3 in the age converging, good volume on it, and also at the level of being oversold. Folks, this was a quick video. I think that oil is about to boom. The industry, the sector looks like it's ready to pop. I've given you stocks that not only look from a technical standpoint on the way up, but they also pay dividends. They also have positive earnings, and they're also undervalued. Folks, you're getting the best of all worlds there. Let me know what you feel about these stocks. Folks, this video is over, and until the next time, see ya. Hey VV Nation, Glenn Tompkins here from VectorVest, and I've got a great announcement for you. Right now, we're getting ready to start a free 28-day portfolio cleanup and setup challenge. What does that mean for you? We're going to show you how to get rid of the stocks that have been hurting your portfolios financially and emotionally. We're going to show you how to pick some really good stocks to buy and to know when to buy them. Big thing here, manage your portfolio each day with complete confidence. Folks, don't put this off any longer. Join the challenge. It's free. Go to www.vectorvest.com/28.